right, big man. We're outside. You can stand up. There we go. Good job. Good boy. We're going to go down the stairs. Stair 1. Stair 2. Good boy. Good job. And I would like to sit in this chair. So I'm going to come over to it. I'm going to ease myself down. Yeah. We're going to sit in the chair together. And we don't have to stay in the chair. We got some feather foot. Can I get that? Is it okay if I get that? Let me set this here so you can see yourself. Oh, angle's not quite right. Yeah. Sorry, big man. Just a second. Let me get the feather mess off your foot. Let me get the feather mess. I will let go of... Well, no, I don't actually have him. I will stop touching you as soon as I have the stuck-on feather mess. There we go. Come step, please. Good boy. Only had one hand I could do that with. There we go. Good boy. Good job. Thank you. You are much more tolerant than you usually are. Normally that would have sent him flying. Pay attention to that sound. That is the red-shouldered hawks. Oh. Okay. Sorry. The red shoulders have a very similar scream, but they're not gliding when they do it. They stand stationary. That is the red-tailed hawk. Pigeons might be a little big for a red shoulder to go for, but a red tail will absolutely snatch one. They are circling my yard where they nest, and several other yards where they hunt, declaring that this is their territory. That sound is important for you to know. Those are danger. That's right. He doesn't understand all of that. He understands pay attention, sound, danger. I am trying to associate those things with the red-tailed hawk and its territorial cries. The red tails don't yell when they're hunting. They yell to let everybody else know this is where they live. When they're hunting, they don't want to scare prey, so you're not always going to hear them. He doesn't know what any of that means. That's for the benefit of my audience, the people watching. You're not watching right now, we haven't posted yet, but there will be people and they will be watching. So I'm explaining stuff to you, and I'm explaining stuff to the people. That was a car. That can't get you. Not here anyway. We'll see those when they can get you. So Cirrus is being harness trained as a matter of course because every bird who lives here is. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to handle doing that with May now that she's free roaming. And pardon me, there's a hair in my eye. I need to remove it, but I only have the one hand, and it's the hand the phone is in. There we go. That pardon me was just as much for you as my audience, who just wants to look at you. You're the prettiest thing here. You are. And Cirrus is being harness trained as a matter of course. He and Firma will be staying as foster parents for when, and if for that matter, Cheeto and May, or Cheeto succeeds in filling eggs for May. Now, we're not going to let them hatch anything until everybody but Firma and Cirrus have gone home. Because when you are considering hatching babies, especially if you're trying to be an ethical breeder, you don't just need space for the babies. You need spaces open for what if one of your birds or more than that need to come home. Yeah, we gotta keep space open for that. Gotta make sure our kids are safe. Now, I try to prevent them going to homes that are going to get rid of them later by setting up basically an interview process where we discuss housing, we discuss feeding, we discuss the family's lifestyle, we discuss how the pigeon fits into the family's lifestyle, how the individual bird's personality fits with the individual owner's personality, what the owner wants out of that owner-pet relationship. And based on all that, we screen people and we match people with the pigeon that fits them best. And if they would be a good fit for a pigeon and I don't have one that will actually match what they need long term, I can always point people elsewhere. I don't know what sings that song. Yeah, I don't know. It's some kind of little songbird, and songbirds are not danger. Songbirds will not eat you. They're not after you. Some songbirds will come after you even if they don't want to eat you, though. Mockingbirds will absolutely come after you, and when I see one, I will point it out. We are slowly learning what birds are what. And yes, I consider that an important thing to teach my pet pigeons. Because they can learn language. They learn language by the same mechanic as a human toddler. They categorize things like we do because their brains are wired for that, very similar to the way ours are. They are, in fact, a model species to study for cognitive decline. Racing homers suffer Alzheimer's with an almost identical disease progression to humans. He's not a racing homer. That's the wind chimes. He's seen the wind chimes before. Everybody at this point has seen the wind chimes before and know that the wind chimes are not going to leave that spot. They just make a neat sound. I like the neat sound they make. Is there something you'd like to explore? Is there something you'd like to explore, Cirrus? You can if you want to. I'll follow you. Are you considering? You're a very good boy. We may move on with some of you to training sessions in public. I think I'm planning on a session with Dici in public later, where basically I'm going to put them into a carrier, load the carrier into the car, open the carrier, and see how they handle being on my shoulder. And we're not actually going to go anywhere those first few times. We're just going to see how they behave in the car with the AC on and the engine running. And I may do some laps around the yard. I think we may do that with you. You could probably be a shoulder jockey if I wore the right shirt for that. I am not wearing the right shirt for that because it's hot as balls out here. It is. It's hot as balls. Okay, so it's almost time to end the session. So Cirrus, here's what we're going to do. When the session ends, when I click that red button, I'm going to guide you back into show hold. We are going to go up those stairs I'm going to lean on the outside door and push the slider forward so that the door will close behind us. I am then going to, oh, we've run out of time. I will continue explaining to you momentarily.